All right, welcome back, everybody, to part 14 of this Dark Souls 3 All Bosses playthrough. Just beat Oceiros, went and upgraded our weapon again, leveled up, all that. Now we are continuing forward into this section. Alright, so up here, you're going to see some dead versions of an enemy that we're going to be coming across here pretty soon. These are also the common enemies that you'll find in Archdragon Peak. They're like man serpents, I think is the actual name. Somewhat similar to the ones from Dark Souls 1. Here's one right here. Ooh, Titanite Chunk, nice. We need more of those to level up our weapon. Okay. So, if you remember from Untended Dungeon, I mentioned that there was an item that we needed in order to access Archdragon Peak. This is it, and it happens to be an emote. So, kind of like how in Elden Ring there are a few emotes that you need in order to progress in certain areas and unlock things. The Path of the Dragon is the emote that we need to use in that spot in Untended Dungeon in order to be transported over to Archdragon Peak. This is an actual chest that we're able to open. Titanite scale. We've got another chest up here. Neither of these are mimics. And another Titanite scale. And there we are. That's all there is past Oceiros. The most important thing is getting that emote. So now we'll go ahead and go back to Lothar Castle. Psych! That's not it. So there is an illusory wall right here. That takes us into this dark area, and as we drop down, there's a bonfire that we can light. And this is the Untended Graves. Now, as you're walking through this area, you'll likely be thinking, wait a minute, this looks awfully familiar. Come over here to the left, there are some Corvians here. Alright, so here is actually where we start the game. So, if you can't tell, this is the dark version of the Cemetery of Ash, the very, very beginning of the game. Like, this is where we spawn, is right from this grave. And here we find the, I believe, the Ashen Estus Ring? Yes. So, similar effect to what we get from the Estus Ring, except that one is for the Ashen version. So, for your blue flasks to restore your FP, just has a greater effect. So we'll continue progressing through here. And there is a Grave Warden up here that we'll want to be aware of. There's actually a couple in this area. First one's right here. Take her down. Perfect. Now there's a dog hiding around in this corner behind this wall. I don't know how that just... Oh my gosh, dude. Freaking dogs. Get that Titanite chunk. Here's going to be the other Grave Warden. Thank you. Another chunk. Heck yeah. Oh my gosh. So many. Alright. Gotta get out the old shield strategy. These guys give you a little bit of an opportunity to hit them before they attack. Oh my gosh. I seriously, I hate dogs. They are easily, like, the hardest enemy in all Souls games. Because you just never know what they're going to do. Like, look at that. How does he just dodge around like that? Ugh, whatever. Alright, so if you remember this part from the very beginning of the game, there was a ravenous crystal lizard that can be early test. Well, now, guess what? There's not one, but two of them. Kind of cool in the dark to be able to see them both there. So, quite the test here. If you're not good at fighting these guys, then good luck. Ouch. As always is the strategy with these multi-enemy fights, try to focus on one, take it out, and then the other one's a piece of cake. What in the... Are. It's a total of 4 Titanite skills from them. And then... Oh, no item. I could have sworn there was one. Alright, then we'll make our way back. This area is pretty short, just like the Consumed King's Garden. But it does have the boss at the end, so that's why I'm making it a separate video. Alright, up here, if you are embered, you're going to get invaded by... I can't remember her name. Daughter of Crystal Crimhild, or whatever. Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce that. Sometimes she has a tendency to just roll off this edge on her own. It's kind of funny. We'll see if we can potentially make her do it this time around. Come on, roll back. Oh, dang. Too bad. But yeah, if you're at a decent enough level, I'm at 77 right now. She's pretty easy to take care of. No bonfire here, unlike the Cemetery of Ash. Which does kind of suck, because if you do die to the boss up here, it can be kind of an obnoxious run back. But we'll try to not die to him. Well, that guy just tried to backstab me. Holy crap. Okay, I'll take care of all the hollows in this area. Jeez. These guys are crazy. To come up here, you don't have to do the whole jumping thing from the beginning. Oh, I forgot he was there. We could have done a plunge attack. That's too bad. Whatever. Hidden blessing here. No guy there either. Yeah, the enemies are totally shuffled around from the beginning of the game. There is an enemy over here to be wary of. Alright, we have a returning summon here, so if you are embered, this is the Sword Master, who you could also summon for Vort very early in the game. So if you are struggling with this boss, by all means, don't be afraid to use summons. Alright, so this boss fight is, as we enter in, you'll see him. It is none other than Gundyr yet again. However, this time, this is Champion Gundyr, and he is much more difficult than the Udex version. I'm pretty sure like the lore of this area is that like Gundyr, he was going to be a champion of Ash like us, but he arrived too late. So this is kind of him like just barely arriving here and realizing that he's he hasn't made it on time. So this is him in his prime. Way before he gets infected by the pus of man and everything, so he's a force to be reckoned with. This is a fight that I struggle with a lot. If you're good at parrying, I highly recommend doing that for this fight, as parrying him is definitely an easier pathway to victory. I am not. I suck at parrying. I learned it for Pontiff, specifically for the level 1 fight, so not gonna be relying on that. And we're just gonna see what we can do. So he wakes up as you approach him, as opposed to Udex when he only activates when you pull a sword out of him. Now, Champion is notorious for that kick move right there, so be very careful of it. It can absolutely wreck you. Boom! There it is. Now, phase 1 is not too bad. Watch out for that grab attack. But here, he's going to enter phase 2. And this is where he can become very difficult. Oh, nice. Got a stagger on him. You can't actually riposte him, but you can get some good counter hits in. Boom, shoulder charge. He's got some crazy combos that he can get you with. Ouch. I had to heal there. I had no choice. Oh. I'm tempted to let you see one of his cooler combos, but if this is your first time playing, you're likely going to get hit by it anyway. He kind of just flips you up into the air and then kicks you in the middle there. It's super cool. We'll see. I might still get hit by it. Oof. Ouch. Honestly, doing a lot better than I usually do against Champ. See, I'm just really bad at reading when his combos are done or not. I think that's the part I struggle the most with him. See, like that, like I expect that attack to last a little bit longer than it actually does. Oh, I thought for sure that was going to kill him. And there we go. Again, another, he's a boss that is very tough, especially for a first playthrough. So if you die to him, do not feel bad by any means. Black Knight Glaive right there. It is nowhere near as good as it is in Dark Souls 1. Honestly, probably not worth your time in investing in, but you know, if you like glaives and you're used to that weapon, then go for it. But yeah, that's Champion Gundyr. Very cool fight. Very fun one to learn. I should probably take some more time to properly learn that fight, so that I'm prepared for it on a level 1 run. But yeah, still a very cool fight. All right, so now we're getting close to Firelink Shrine, the dark version. So this whole area is, again, just a dark version of the intro area. Except up here, instead of hollows, we've got a bunch of Black Knights. So this is, if you're wanting Black Knight weapons and armor and all that kind of stuff, this is a great place to farm, since these guys will just constantly respawn. Their armor is pretty sick, so if you do want to farm, I don't blame you. There's an axe version. Here's a great sword version up here. Ouch. He's in a very awkward part of the area there. Man, these ones aren't dropping anything. Got another one over here. Yeah. Another Great Axe version. Yeah, no drops from these guys, man. Alright, Hornet Ring. So that's the opposite of the Dragon Scale Ring that improves your backstabs. So, again, that's a weapon that some people who are really good at PvP, they'll like hot swap to that in the middle. It's like they'll parry you, and then it's because it's all critical attacks, not necessarily just the backstab. They'll parry you, hot swap, put that ring on just to boost their critical attack, and then put something on back after that. That all is just nuts to me. I'm nowhere near that level for PvP, but some people really enjoy it, and it's kind of their thing. So if you wanna check it out and get into it, by all means, go for it. All right, another great sword boy here. Good old backstab strategy. How did that not kill you? Yeah, Man, no drops whatsoever from any of these guys. It's nuts. Alright, here we got the Chaos Blade. There's nothing in here. We can't actually like get to the tower in the dark version. So nothing to worry about trying to like find in that area. I believe that was the last Black Knight, and I can't remember if there's an item over here. Nope. Okay. So I think that's it as far as items go in this area. So now we'll actually enter Firelink Shrine. Now, where we place the coiled sword, where that bonfire normally is a very useful item. Hello? That's so weird. The little peripheral thing just disappeared. This is a coiled sword fragment. So this is essentially just an infinite homeward bone. So you don't need to worry about getting homeward bones anymore. This just lets you do it as many times as you want to, and it's not consumed. So very useful. And then we've got like a different version of the Shrine Handmaid here. She's the only one here. There's no other NPCs in this area. And she sells Artorias armor, which is pretty cool. If you want to spend the souls on that and cosplay as one of the cooler bosses from DS1, by all means, go for it. Over here at Andre's place is the Blacksmith Great Hammer. Or, sorry, not Great Hammer, just Blacksmith Hammer. Alright, now one other item to get in Dark Firelink. This is the only other thing here. Over where Arena is, it looks like it's just like sealed off, but this is actually an illusory wall. And here we have the Eyes of a Firekeeper. These are required for another ending that you can get for the game. And also, if you give those to the Firekeeper, it actually changes the music that plays in Firelink Shrine to something much more somber and very cool. So I'll go ahead and show that to you. You can still give those to the Firekeeper even if you've done the Lord of Hollows ending like I have up to this point. It doesn't impact that. They're two separate endings that could be chosen from when you beat the last boss. So if you want to like see what the music's like and experience that, then don't be afraid to do that if you're worried about having potential conflicts in the ending that you picked. So we'll go ahead and level up with her real quick. Get some more vigor. We should probably just pump a bunch of points into that. Okay, so now we'll give her the eyes.
Ashen one, are these how the very farewell?
And now we'll hear the new music. The music might be kind of low. So cool. So yeah, if you want to try that out, go for it. I think it's kind of cool. Like I said, it doesn't conflict with other endings you may be pursuing, so don't worry about any potential conflict there. But yeah, so that is the Untended Graves. We'll go ahead and head back now to Dancer. And we will call that here for this episode. Up next is going through Lothric Castle itself, and up to the boss of that area. And then after that will be one more area before we're able to get to the Lothric boss fight. So appreciate you if you find yourself watching this and have been watching some of the other videos in this series. This has been a lot of fun to be doing and be creating. We're getting close to the end of the base game. Not a lot left in here. After we beat Lothric, we're going to go to Archdragon Peak and do that whole area as a whole separate episode. And then go to the final area from there, beat the game, and then we'll start going into the DLCs, which I'm definitely looking forward to. So Yeah, so we'll call this episode here. Move into Lothar Castle in episode 15. As always, I appreciate any likes and subscribes to the channel. Helps out a ton, and just gives me some more motivation to do these kinds of things. If I find people watching them and just appreciating any work put into this. But at the end of the day, I am just doing this for fun. But yeah, so we'll see you in episode 15, and can't wait to get to the next area of the game. See you then.